Caught a fish on it. Keep pulling. There you go. That's a nice fish. Ooh, what's this guy doing, huh?
I was trying to help you out with the light.
Shit, we got a fish in the boat. We can do catch and release, but let's catch first.
Right. In our state, there's a couple of really deep lakes that don't freeze up until almost the end of January, and it gives you a perfect opportunity to come out and try to catch some giant walleyes. Hey, I'll tell you what, we're with our good friend Lightning Lance and Scott Meiller from Rebel, and we are on a mission today to try to go out and catch a big walleye. I'll tell you what, we're gonna start off trolling with a bunch of different stick baits. This is a perfect opportunity to try one of these lakes, to come out and try to catch some walleyes at night. And you know what? It's one of my favorite things to do, and I love coming out here because you never know how big a walleye you're gonna catch. Hold on to your heinies, we got a lot to go. You know, I'll tell you, it really is a wide variety of crankbaits, and every night it can be something different for sure. So I'm gonna start off tonight with a little bit of reef runners. I'm gonna go with some perfect 10s, and I'm gonna run some rogues. You know, them are the three primary crankbaits that I typically use this time of year, and it is amazing. Like one night you'll just crush them on the reef runners, and then all of a sudden the next night they want the perfect 10s or they want the huskies. So again, when you're looking at buying baits for this time of year, you want to kind of stick to these three different brands. You know what, those typically will produce, you know, one or the other, or some nights it's all three of them. So I'm going to start off with that, and let's see what happens.
Larry.
There you go, Lance.
Pull him in, buddy.
Scotty, come on, take that one.
Scotty.
First fish of the night. We'll take her. Let's see what we can do here, Lance. I'll get you the net.
That didn't take too long either.
No, it doesn't. We had just missed one right before that. Same bait, too. You know that, again, it's always the interesting part is really, you know, we typically, if we're running 6 boards or 8 boards, we typically start the night off, you know, with everything different colors, different styles of baits. Just to kind of mix it up to see what these fish want. It's interesting, you know, Lance is running the side imaging and he's running this forward facing sonar. Now there's times where we'll actually shut all the electronics down, especially on these smaller pods of fish once we go through them. And because that pulse, especially in this clear water, will definitely spook them fish. Perfect. Oh, there he goes. Oh, he's laying right up on top. There he goes, he's still on top. All right, what I did is I basically adjusted my depth, even though, you know, we're only trolling in anywhere from, you know, 8 to 14 foot. Lance has seen a lot of fish on the forward facing sonar up super high. So I only put that one back 6 feet back, which is only about 2.5 to 3 feet down. And boom, right away, caught a fish on it. Keep pulling. There you go. That's a nice fish. Ooh, what's this guy doing, huh?
I was trying to help you out with the light.
Shit, we got a fish in the boat. We can do catch and release, but let's catch first.
Right, that's a nice fish right there. And again, just keeping that bait super tight, you know. You figure this too, you know, when you're trolling this clear water like this, it always pays to stay up higher than lower. And, you know, that's what the results are right there. That's an absolutely beautiful walleye. And again, when you start thinking about these deep lakes like this, you know, this lake here is just over 200 feet. And there's some years where this doesn't freeze up at all, but most of the time a lake like this isn't gonna freeze till the end of January. So Lance, I'll hand you the net.
Extend that net, Larry.
Yep. What?
We need every foot
30
we can get.
foot?
Yeah.
Fish is way up here, see him? Okay. Try to get the fish out that way. There we go, another nice fish. Woo! I love this time of year. Hey, I'll tell you what, that's another Butte right there. This switched up a few baits, and you know, it's hard to believe when you start thinking about this, is that the direction that you're going in. We don't really have a lot of wind. The wind we have is probably under 6-8 miles an hour, but really they want that bait definitely going a certain way. And it's not like we're up on the Great Lakes where you have a lot of current and stuff like that. A lake like this basically does not have much current at all, especially when you don't have a lot of wind. But these fish, they can be finicky. You know, one thing that I don't agree with is that, you know, what they've done over the last few years here is they've sprayed these weeds out of the lake. And, you know, I can understand when you come in and spray the weeds around the docks like this in the shallow water, but, you know, they sprayed these weeds out to, you know, 12 to 16 feet. And realistically, these fish they're in here obviously trying to feed on perch and other types of forage that hide in them weeds, and there's just not the weed cover that there was, 2, 3, 4 years ago. I've been doing this, Lance and I have been doing this for quite a while, fishing these fish. And again, there's always changes, so you got to kind of adapt to the changes and kind of go from there. But another absolutely beautiful fish. Good job on that one, Scotty. Yep, another beautiful fish there. A guy like Lance, he never puts this boat away. We were talking about before winterizing your boat in the proper procedures that you do with that, and Lance says, I don't winterize my boat. I keep it in the garage year round. You don't have a ton of wind, and these deep water lakes stay open like this. You know what? It's definitely time to come out and take advantage of it. You know what? Hey, give Lance a call. You guys want to do some great walleye fishing and have fun, and you want to come out on the ice, definitely it's a great adventure. And I tell you what, we got high populations of perch and walleyes and crappies out on Lake Winnebago, and we basically supply everything that you guys need to have a good time. So if you're looking at doing some ice fishing or some open water fishing, make sure you give the Lightning a call.